America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mrs. Sarah will not be with us tonight. She had an emergency she needed to take care of. Thoughts are with her at this time. Minutes, sir.
Jimmy, video.
It's being video and audio recorded. Anyone doing so, please let us know. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of April 8th, April 13th, April 18th, and May 8th, 2017, as written.
I will second that.
Could you
All in
repeat
favor?
those again?
April 8th, the 13th, the 18th, and May 8th.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye with one abstention. I can't vote on the 8th.
Okay.
I wasn't here. And then, Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we approve the meeting minutes from May 4th and from May 9th as written.
And I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Correspondence.
Sorry. You want to give me the ones that Marc has? I can just give it back, please. Thanks.
Correspondence, sir?
Yep. Mr. Chairman, the office received an invitation to the Eagle Scout Court of Honor to be held on May 21st, 2017 at 1 p.m. at the Ware High School Auditorium. Calvin Cheslick, Jr., Martin Flynn, Jude Killian, Derek Legault, and Benjamin Silverio are there to be honored, are the honored scouts.
That's a lot of scouts.
That's a lot of scouts. All right, number 2, the Veterans Council would like to extend an invitation to all veterans and their families to join them as the town observes Memorial Day. The annual parade will take place on Sunday, May 28th, beginning at 1 p.m. with a luncheon that will follow, concluding the West Warren portion of the ceremony. The luncheon will take place at the Senior Center. Anyone interested in attending can contact the Veterans Council or the Board of Selectmen's office. We'll be there. And last, sir, we have the office received the monthly report for the fire chief for April 2017. Thank you, Adam.
Thank you,
Pretty
Adam.
detailed. I appreciate that. We appreciate it. Thank you. And that's it, sir.
All right, next is the Cummins Pond Public Use Agreement. Basically, every year, an agreement between the town and the water department for use of the grounds to the public. I'll entertain a vote to sign.
So moved.
I will second the motion to sign the Cummins Pond Public Use Agreement.
All right, vote's been made and seconded. The motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Is it just the chair sign?
Uh,
All three of us?
No, all three of us.
All three. Give me here. You want it? Let's live with this.
Yeah. All right, next is Chief Lavoy, discussion on firefighter call salaries, discussion and vote expected. I am a call firefighter, so I will recuse myself from this conversation and vote. You're up, Adam.
Good evening, gentlemen. As in years past, we've come and asked that the select board graciously allow us to expend the rest of the money in the line items for the firefighter call salaries. The firefighters in this town are paid on a stipend basis, on an hourly basis, so they each receive a base rate as long as they meet certain requirements. That being said, because we do have some open slots still, we have filled a few this year, but we do have some open positions. There's a little bit of money that's left over each year because of those slots. So I'm just asking the board if they would allow for me to distribute that money that's left over evenly among the active firefighters as we've done in the past.
You're up, Mr. Vice Chair.
We've done this before.
Yeah, it's pretty standard. I mean, the money's allotted by the voters for that reason. It just allows a little bit extra in their paycheck for the ones that are vacant.
No, I don't have an issue with that.
No, we've done it, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how many years, and it's been year after year, so we appreciate you coming in and
Thank you.
explaining it again, Adam. So I guess I will make a motion to approve the firefighters' call salary disbursement of remaining funds. Good?
I will second that motion.
Vote's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
One
Abstention.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Adam.
All right, next is notification of Chapter 61, right of first refusal for 30 Keys Road. So the property's being offered up, is there any representative from 30 Keys here? No. I don't know about you gentlemen, but I don't think we've been offered properties before, and the town is not really in the business of obtaining properties unless there is a specific use that either one of you see for it.
Unless it's a very special piece, you know, we've always.
It's a great house.
No.
We don't need a house though.
Exactly.
The fire station.
So you're saying no?
Yes, as you're looking for a vote, no.
Okay, so I will make a motion to not accept that property. Anyone second that?
I'll second that.
Vote's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, if I may.
Absolutely, sir.
I'm sorry.
No, it is a piece from
I
Mr.
would-
Krajewski.
Yeah.
Just make sure that Beck, our secretary, sends out a letter to the resident.
Absolutely.
Based on the vote, just to make sure that they're notified in writing.
Yep.
That's it.
All right, next is Park and Recreation, discussion on fireworks, possible vote. You're up, Bob.
I have no discussion.
I'm
I
sorry.
think I'm pretty well set.
Okay.
So, if I may, Mr. Chair?
Go for it.
All right, so at the town meeting, our town accountant did bring up the repurposing of the $111,000 for the 175th anniversary. We thought it was a good time to bring it before the residents at that point in time, just to get their approval, because there were some questions about being able to expend the funds because it was purposed for one thing, based on a citizen's petition that Mr. Lavash brought forward last year. So, just so we could make sure that the money was expended for this purpose in this calendar year, we asked the town, I think it was unanimous, I don't think there was anybody that said no. So it's just a formality, because technically the money was a citizen's petition and it falls under the Board of Selectmen, although the Parks is going to expend it. Anything over $5,000, we should approve it. So it's just a kind of a formality that the board takes a vote tonight that Mr. Lavash and the Parks can expend the money for. I believe it's June 17th, correct, Bob? Is the date of the fireworks at Quabog? Or Dean?
Yeah, at the
Quabog?
high school.
At the high school.
Everyone's been notified, the high school,
Everybody.
police, fire, everybody's in. Adam, you good?
Can I just ask in the future that, you know, because I just found out about it, so just in the future, and I know last time we had the fireworks, I know the school may have been notified, but somehow it didn't trickle down to the athletic department, and we had to shut the fields down, and there was a whole big to-do. So, you know, if we do have the events again, could you just ask the parks to just give us some early notification of the date, because we do have several other events in this
Yeah,
upcoming.
we already discussed this.
Yeah, so.
Okay, and you guys worked it out?
Yeah,
You're all
Yeah,
good?
that's no problem. I
Right,
thought
yeah,
he
no.
knew, I thought he knew when we were doing it, when it got stopped, but I thought he knew we were doing it anyway, but we messed up on it. Rain date.
Yeah, we should be available, we'll make it happen, so.
Okay. In which case, I'll
So
entertain a motion.
I'm completely fine with the fireworks going off on the 17th, barring rain.
Yeah.
You know, if we have another delay, but hopefully we won't have bad weather, because you're getting to the end of the year, and then, so just, if it doesn't happen before the 30th of June, I think
That's
then
fine.
Yeah.
we'd have to have an article.
Yeah.
So keep this in mind, Bob, just, we're probably gonna have a special in the summer. So if something happens on the 17th and it rains and it gets canceled, get the paperwork in, to reschedule it quick, so we can put on the special if we have one in the summer for the school. There's a
To
good
tell you
chance.
God's honest truth, I think if it don't happen this time, I'm done with it.
Well,
It's
in
over.
case somebody from Parks wants to still hold it,
It's just been a long, hard argument, fight,
yeah,
discussion,
I'm just saying,
whatever.
if,
If it
because,
don't happen the 17th, it's not gonna happen.
They're gonna be the best ever.
okay, so I will make a motion that we accept the date of the 17th for the fireworks to celebrate the 175th, 176th anniversary of the town.
By the way, it's the 275th.
275, what?
It's
175.
the same, only different.
275, I'm sorry.
I will second that. Motion's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
275.
Treasury warrants and invoices.
All right, Mr. Chairman, I will make a motion that we approve payroll warrant number 96 in the amount of $47,981.67, and vendor warrant number 97 in the amount of $65,889.05, dated May 8, 2017.
I will second.
Motion's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye. And Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we approve ambulance payroll warrant number 98 in the amount of $800.
I will second.
Motion's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye. Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we approve warrant number 99 in the amount of $35,638.61, and warrant number 100 in the amount of $24,129.61, dated May 15, 2017.
I will second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye. And then we have one invoice for fiscal year 16, invoice number 2, CDBG program for the Domestic Violence Prevention Project. The payee is Pioneer Valley Planning Commission, and the amount is $11,771.08.
And I will second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. New business. Vice Chair?
The only thing is just what Mr. Dunphy spoke, Mr. Chairman, about the grant extension.
To ratify the 2015 grant extension request through the state to 12/2017.
That's what we're talking about.
Would you like to make that motion?
I will make that motion.
I will second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
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 New business?
Yep.
We're still in that. Kind of new old. The streetlight project's pretty much coming to a conclusion. We still have some decorative lights, just to give everybody an update. We still have some decoratives that still have to be installed, and the sewer department. The 10 lights at the sewer department were missed. I missed them. They have been ordered. We are going to replace the sewer department's lights also. They should be done within the next 2 weeks. So that part of it should be completed within the next few weeks. I've received the last few invoices. I'll be processing the rebates shortly, which we have until August 18th to file for our rebates for National Grid and MAPC, which is totaling about $70,000 in rebates we're going to receive. So the net on the project, we were authorized to borrow $200. We're going to be right around $125,000 expended for the project. So we should be able to pay this back in under 3 years as a town, and we'll see about 75% reduction in lighting expenses. And one last thing, I did receive some paperwork with regards to a maintenance contract, and right now it looks like it'll be $1 a light, just for everybody understand. It'll be $1 a light per fixture per year, so at about 435 lights. The maintenance on the lights, annual maintenance, will be about $435. I'm very happy with that amount. I thought it was going to be about $2 a light. So $1 a light, and that covers everything for 20 years. So that's my only update.
Excellent.
Sounds like a deal.
Yeah. Mr. Rebecca.
Are the lights out of the gym? All the lights out of the gym?
No, I think there's still that one pallet. I'm in the process. The lights that are down there right now in the corner are some of the spares that we purchased, and that one pallet in the corner. We're just, and I need to speak to the board about where we want to house our spares, whether it be at the highway. I got to store them somewhere. So as soon as that one last pallet's out, it's over.
Yeah, I would like to try and get a dance in before the school gets out.
All right.
We didn't
I
have
was
any
thinking-
didn't have any dances this year at all, so.
So let me ask the board, I mean, you guys, or Mark, you maybe have a better idea where we might want to store. It's a small box of lights, half the size of a desk, with about 8 fixtures in it.
I don't know what's in the storerooms
I mean,
downstairs.
should we keep them here, or should we put them on
Or-
the highway?
What's
Highway have room? You know what? Let's have Becky call Tom, see if he has the room. If he doesn't, then we'll figure out another space.
I don't wanna put them down here and
But
have
yeah,
them moved
we need to get
25
we
times
need to
and
get
then
that
go.
space open for the kids.
But
Yeah.
just
We can have Jimmy
FYI,
move 'em.
Mr.
I said, I
Chairman,
only got a month left, so I'd
Alright.
like to get one in.
Okay.
that
So
Jimmy
we have that.
McKeon did go
Cardboard
down
went.
and take all the cardboard
Yep.
out this week.
Okay.
I'm going to thank him for that, because Jimmy did, and I think Matt also, right?
Yes.
And yeah,
It
help
was
with
a
that.
full truck.
Did
and
help
full
move all that
trailer.
cardware,
Couldn't
and then
believe
the
it.
transfer station took it, so that's gone. That was a good amount of cardboard.
So all that cardboard is out of the gym.
Thank you, Mr. Nash.
So we can do that.
Through you, Mr. Chairman, Ms. Nardi, is there a date where the installers for the lights are coming back, do you know of?
I will know probably by the end of this week. I just was notified today that the shipment for the sewer department lights are coming. They're waiting for those, so they can just do it all in a day.
Okay,
Everything else is
I
here.
only asked, we had a problem with our flagpole at Station A today. I had to take the flags down. The pulley on the top of it is jammed, and I don't have a way to get up there. We don't have a ladder truck, so, you know, unfortunately, I'm gonna try to pull a favor out of National Grid, but if those gentlemen are coming back,
Yeah, I'll let you
if
know.
we can,
So when
get them to stop by Station A real quick.
Okay, good, close
Yeah,
enough to.
when I email, I'll probably email Sewer Sean, just
Okay.
to let them know when they're coming.
Yeah,
I'll
if you know
copy
a
on
date,
it,
and
so
they
you know
can
they're
stop
coming.
by for a second, just give us a quick hand.
They're pretty good about that.
Yeah,
They've been helpful with everything.
Yeah, so that'd be excellent.
Okay.
Thank you.
And we have a couple of things. First off, I'd like to congratulate Dario Nardi on winning the latest election for your second term.
Gee, thanks.
Welcome back. Second, it's prom time. There's no kids that are going to be watching this, but if any of the parents are watching or listening, I was lucky enough to be able to take part in the mock crash that we had up at Quabog, which showed the kids or what could be the effects of any type of impaired driving. We also got to hear a very emotional speaker who spoke about the death of her child at the hands of a drunk driver. Let your children know that if they need you, they can call and you will not be mad. You can get mad at them later, but that night you won't be mad. And I just wish everybody a safe and happy prom season. And,
That's all that.
yep, and other than that, comments and concerns. Yes, ma'am.
I was wondering if it's possible to get that orange barrel back in front of the the bank and make a crosswalk there again. I don't think people are familiar with that crosswalk.
I do see
Further
everybody
down.
going to that corner and going across. We can
do.
have
All
Becky
the
speak with
kids.
DOT,
Oh.
but I believe that particular design was done per DOT spec, but we can
Okay.
definitely ask about it.
Can it be changed?
That's what we will have to
Anything can be
ask.
changed.
Anything can be changed, will it change? So we'll have Becky look into it.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
I went to the last meeting they had, and there was a couple of things that I brought up. That trench on the side by dispatchers, we got that ankle breaker.
Yep.
I was told basically, the day after you leave, you can do whatever you want,
Okay.
but not until we leave.
People, drivers are not familiar with that, where it is now.
And I think that's something that the board can discuss, and I think we can do on our own, once the project is complete. Because like Mr. Chairman said, it's all specs.
Right.
But
I've
I think,
seen the kids come down from high school, they come down and run right across there. I've seen adults go right across there, they're going to Mason's.
like I say, I don't think they were familiar with the 55 years of Warren pedestrian traffic.
Right.
They look at it, and it's all designed by specs, like Jim said, and it's kind of a hands-off until we leave, then it's yours. But right now,
People are familiar with that
Right.
barrel and
Yeah,
where it
it
is.
certainly
and
makes
you know-
sense to put
And you
it
know what,
back.
if it was there, it would be better if everyone stopped, then you can turn to go into the post office.
But I think once they come back and finish up a little bit what they do, once they're out of here, I think we have
So
the
once the
option
project's complete,
of
come back
coming
in, we
back
can have
in.
that discussion.
And then you cross across in front of the West Brookfield Road, you got cars trying to come in from both sides, and you got one coming there, gee, you're right in the middle.
But,
Oh,
unfortunately,
it's
it was people from
embarrassing.
Boston drawing
Yep.
for Warren, and they just do what is.
They go by the
code
DOT
specs.
specs, and DOT says you have to have this many feet and this
Oh, big
much
deal.
distance, and that's what they go
It's
by.
our town.
I hear you, I hear you.
But once they're out of there, I think we can have the option of.
No, people are not familiar with that other crosswalk. And in the winter, there was ice and snow and liquid there who's in charge of clearing that a little bit? The town hall shields the sun from
Right.
melting it in the afternoon.
But let's get these folks out of here, then we can
Right,
sit down.
once the
and
project's complete, we can move
We
forward.
can do something.
Yay, I hope so.
Yay!
Just raising your vote.
Is there any chance of putting a walk light down there?
A walk light?
Yeah. So handicapped people can get across Main Street somewhere?
Can we respond to that?
Some good discussion later on.
There's a possibility, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're pretty costly, but we might be able to secure some funding for it.
You're talking handicapped people, it's tough to get across Main Street.
I hear you, and I understand exactly where you're coming from. Can you put something in writing of exactly what it is you're talking about? I understand what it is, but if you could put something in writing, get it in, so we can move forward and see if we can get some funding for it and get that
I'm not even
in.
sure where you put it.
Well, maybe I can
if
talk to DOT.
If they cross in front of the market,
Yep,
then they get across, then they gotta go to the island, then they gotta go across the
Yeah, that's
island, then they
even
gotta go
happening
across
too.
the police station.
Probably closer to the
It's gonna
bank.
get tough.
yeah.
I'd say probably closer to the bank if there was one, I think.
Yeah.
Less crossing. I don't think I want them crossing by the monument. Kinda crazy
No,
with the
that's what I'm
circle
saying,
there.
it depends which way they're going. Probably by the bank is where you put the new crosswalk in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're still, we're still, I'm sorry.
No, it's a work in progress.
Oh, I
So
know.
as we see things, you know, we can address them, but once they leave, if it's something like that, we might be able to have them take care of, because the ADA,
I know
yours is
you're
probably gonna
do-
have to wait, but something like yours, they might be able to take care of.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman.
Go for it.
Wait, who's gonna take care of that?
No, DOT might be able to at least say,
Yeah, I
this
don't
is,
think so.
this is the spec that it needs
They
to
don't,
have.
they don't even wanna
Wait.
put the wires back in that they ripped out to the monument.
The wires, the bridge,
Oh, yeah.
the underpass with CSX.
Nobody wants to touch that.
The sewer
Yeah,
money.
that's
They're coming back.
When are they coming back?
I'm sorry, when are they
When
coming back?
are they coming back?
Back with no, I don't know, it's soon. We've been discussing, Mr. Chair, if I may, we've been discussing, you know, the problem with underneath the underpass right now, and whether or not the town is gonna do anything. I mean, I can tell you my position right now, I'll let it fall. It's just, it's gonna cost us a lot of money, and then we're gonna own it, and it's gonna be a bigger problem. CSX
There's
is
no
not one to
guarantee
step
it'll
up to the
fix it
plate.
if we even go in there.
But there's so much done that they still, I mean, there's
Well,
got
those other-
crap all over the common, they got crap all over the building here,
They're coming. It's
Oh,
it's
that's,
gonna be
that's all
shortly.
part of the project.
Nice job.
crap,
Yeah,
it's crap.
it's shortly,
That's
and
worse.
we wanna, you know, I did speak to the police chief the other day about the barriers. You know, I spoke to him about, you know, the board allocated 2 spaces in the front, so I would like to put up 2 blue police signs.
Mhm.
I wanna see orange barriers gone. I really would, by July, I'd like to see no orange barriers around the center of town. I mean, we didn't do all this work to look at these orange barriers. I mean, they're
Right.
just
And even the
eyesores.
back to the Halloween, I mean, you can't have kids running around back there,
I
the way
have,
it is.
Mr. Chair, if I may, I have spoken to Mr. Lacy about what we're gonna do with 980 Main Street and additional trees and adding some more foliage down there. So through the
there is
Arbor
anything
Day,
we can do with trees there.
well, planters,
They'd have to
you
be
know, we're gonna
planters.
keep them planted, but, you know,
Keep in mind, when you start adding all those plants, who's gonna have to take care of them?
And the Warren Flower Club
Oh.
is, no, the Warren Flower Club has
We're gonna
already
keep 'em-
said that they would love to keep up any
Good.
foliage
That's fine.
down there.
low maintenance. I'm looking at maybe 3 for the 3 corners, leaving the water department with plenty of access to come through the parking lot, but large enough planters so that you can plant some flowers below, with give you a little bit of canopy and some foliage. So and something that flowers in the spring would be nice, just to help pick it up some more downtown. I think it would definitely be a help. I mean, it's looking great. I'd like it to look even better. So.
Yep.
Mr. Chairman.
Sure.
Just FYI, the last conversation I had with Becky, they were waiting for the dollar amount to do the work under the underpass. And if that was gonna be included in the project, they were hoping to come back only once, to do everything and then get out. Now, if the underpass isn't gonna go forward, because I heard the prices keep going up, that I think it's just a matter of, you know,
I
these
know.
guys, they'll be here, in and out of here in a week. Really, it's just more cleanup and actually got more work back here than they do downtown. It's just that small section of paving by the laundry and the post office, and a couple of sidewalk sections and clean up and they're out. But they were holding off because they didn't wanna have to come back, move everything in. If they were gonna have to come back and move everything back for the underpass, they wanted to make one shot. But if that underpass isn't gonna go forward, I would imagine they'll put us on the schedule, we'll get in, you know, sooner they get out, sooner they get paid.
Yes.
You keep saying they, is this Ludlow Construction?
Yeah,
Is what's left already been bid on with a price?
oh yeah,
It's
no,
all
this
part of
is,
it.
Pardon?
It's all part of the whole project.
the state in their infinite wisdom only releases X amount of dollars, they'll give
I
5
understand that. I
towns
just wanted
millions
to
of
know
dollars,
if
but they only get you a
There was a
half.
way we're gonna get that $8,000 in there.
But,
That's what I'm concerned about.
no.
It was voted.
I know we voted on it. We voted.
All right,
there was
next
no.
meeting, May 23rd, 2017.
Wait a minute, we're not
7 p.m.
done yet.
You can write your questions, put them in, I'll get it on the agenda if need be. Otherwise, next meeting date, May 23rd, 2017.
Mr.
7
Gagner, I had
p.m.
my hand up a long time ago.
You have not been recognized by the chair. I apologize.
Noted, noted.
We're taxpayers. I mean, she didn't
I'll
even get
entertain
to
a motion
speak.
to adjourn.
Kept the singing.
Oh, you waiting for me?
Yeah.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, dictatorship.
So do you mind if I just get your last name? Do you mind if I just get your last name? And is it capital? Oh, yeah.
It was my question.
One question.
DJ,
Wait a minute.
Do you mind if I just get your name, sir?
sir,
Yes.
Could I call the point?
Stanley, so it's the best one of three lights. This comes out of the office.
Hang, so,
So, I'm sorry, how do you spell your last name?
Nothing, that's what I had my hand up and I didn't get recognized and I just think that they just shit on me.
Wait a minute. Pam, what?
I think she wants shit.
Now, I have my hand twice. And she just said the same thing.
Sure.
Not being recognized for the hand up. The chairman is responsible. Thank you.
I'm not the chair. I can't
And-
answer for it.
My name and
I'm the clerk.
Go ahead.
And it's B-A-N-D. Oh, sorry. All right, thank you. Okay. And did you also have your hand up?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Was it once he said that?
No, it was way at the beginning before they even called on Mr. Levac.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I'm a witness. I saw it.
Gotcha. And what was your question pertaining to?
It was pertaining to the downtown.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's.
Yeah, the crosswalks aren't marked in front of the police station. It's one of these things, they're fading. And it's, I can see the concerns for the elderly.
Yeah.
But like, even like the other day, I went across the street and, because I had to go to the police station and cars were, somebody cut me off as I was crossing. Don't put me on that. I'm not, that's not on, is it?
No, it's off.
Oh my God!
It's been allocated to that purpose. You can't change the purpose. The town meeting vote has to change the purpose. Follow me? You understand what you're saying? But in order to reuse the money, it would come back in the general fund and be certified. So we couldn't just say, hey, since you're not using that. If it was a training thing now, if it was classified as training, use it for training. That's real specific.